Edwards, he said, bust a freestyle. Oh boy, not today, man. We gonna get right into it. He said, bust a freestyle. Okay, so you got Dan Edwards in the building. Who else I got? Got about 9-10 people in here. All right, cool. Got BJ in the building. All right, man. So here we go. I ain't gonna be here too long tonight because I do got some stuff to do. So let's kick this thing off for about an hour, man. Let's go ahead and get to talking. You know, I got about 8 of y'all, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, about 10 of y'all in here. So yeah, man, welcome back to another live stream. Combo Breaker 99 in the building, of course. Just me. So yeah, I just wanted to go back here and talk about a few things, man. I was kind of wanted to just go through, you know, some of the other stuff, you know, like the news I've been discussing first, like Marina, Joanna, but I wanted to backtrack and talk about Lauren Murphy in her recent interview. You know, just talking about Valentina Shevchenko, taking her on and how that worked out for her. I mean, we all know how it worked out for her. But, you know, just some of the things she said just makes you say, wow, like, what type of confidence some of these fighters have, or what type of confidence they lack, right? So let's talk about Lauren. And of course, I hit you up, BJ. Get your thoughts on Caitlin Chookagian. Y'all know Caitlin Chookagian. She was on her IG today, and she said she's been begging for a fight. And you know, she pretty much reached out to the fans, and you know, that's whenever fighters, they understand that they need the fans. You know, because she tagged McMahon, she tagged Dana White, she tagged the UFC, and she, you know, asked the fans who they wanted to see. Basically, she's trying to get the fans to back her up to find an opponent for her. Hold on, let me turn that level down a little bit there. She wants the fans to back her up, so when Dana White, McMahon, and UFC sees these tags, they'll go down the list and they'll say, oh, let's find this opponent for her. You know, let's see who, you know, let's take a poll. You know, I commented, I say, why don't you run it back with Jessica or Jennifer Maya, you know? So, yeah, we'll talk about that. And I just want to give a little update on Zhang Weili. And, you know, let's talk about Manon Firo again. You know, let's talk about her tools. Got Mark in the building and Marcus Bell. So, yeah, let's go back here to Lauren Murphy, though, man. I was looking at this interview, and I just pulled up the text here from MMAfighting.com. And Lauren, she basically broke it down, man. She said, look, not in these words, but she basically said what everybody knew. I'm out of Valentina Shevchenko's league. You know what I mean? That's basically what it came down to, which we already knew. But we thought she would show a little bit of a confidence in there, you know, and no excuses. You know, the mentioning of her trainer not being there in her corner and possibly canceling the fight. To me, I was like, your trainer, he's only going to take you so far. You know, it's going to be on you to break that ice, to do what you need to do when you get in there. You know, trainer's only going to do so much. And if he tests positive, I mean, that's just something, like I said, we all have to understand as a part of the game now. So that's not really an excuse, or an excuse to say you lost, or an excuse to say you may need to cancel a fight because you didn't test positive, but your trainer did. So, you know, I just had to push that out the door. But just going back and hearing what she said about Valentina and, you know, comparing her to, if y'all didn't hear, you know, she basically said this must be what it's like to play one-on-one with Michael Jordan, you know. And I think a lot of us have already felt that way. You know, Valentina Shevchenko, covers all bases. You know, she's one of the most dominant fighters in the game. And I say the game, the sport of MMA, not just women but men. And for Lauren Murphy to admit that, I think that's a good thing and a bad thing, just because it makes you sound like you knew all along that you didn't have any way to beat her, you know. So it kind of goes back to what we were saying, like, well, it kind of gives us evidence on why she wasn't in such a rush, like, you know, whenever the fight was there, and why she wasn't as vocal, you know what I mean? Because Lauren Murphy's not one that's shy of words, you know. She'll talk. Like, she's never been like the laid back type. She's always voiced her opinion. Like when she was in the Tough House, she would voice how she felt about certain situations. So to me, when all of a sudden, when she was on her four fight win streak, 5 fight win streak, and she was never offered the fight, it just, to me, kind of said, you know, why are you not being vocal in this situation? You know, well, I think this is the reason why. You know what I mean? Like, it was going to come down to the point where she was going to get it, but it's like, oh man, like, come on, you know, we know, right? So yeah, I definitely appreciate her honesty, though. You know, that just tells us, and you know, really kind of backs up everything we said. Brian Williams, what's up? 2B's, what's up? 2B said, man, no, fighters rely heavy on their coaches, and some don't even game plan or watch film and let coaches do it, so it's understandable. More than I think they should. Well, that's her fault. You know what I mean? Like, the best fighters in the world don't, though. Like, notice that. Like, the best fighters in the world, they can do it without them. Like, the best fighters in the world do. I mean, like, you talking about your average fighter? Okay, yeah, I agree with that. They rely on them. But when you talking about the best fighters in the world, they can do it without them. You know? If DC's coach happened to have to pull out that night, he'll still do it. You know, John Jones, same thing. Floyd Mayweather, these fighters like them, Floyd Mayweather's done it before. When his coach isn't there, gets pulled from a fight, they continue to go on. You know? And if you can't do it without him, that's your fault. A coach can only take you so far. What's the whole saying? Only one person gets in there. You know? You're the only one that's getting in there. So they can take you as far as you need to go, but when you get in the octagon, it's all you. So I don't really take that as an excuse, man. I'm like, it's not a reason to cancel the fight, you know, especially when you get in a big bag, you get a big payday, biggest fight of your career. You have to prepare for everything, meaning, like in Weili's case, jeers, you know, when everybody is just like against you, you have to prepare for that. Sudden change in the corner, you have to prepare for that. You know, that's what a champ does, you know. And that's why Valentina is that, you know. Mark Robinson, based on her comments, Lauren probably honestly feels there's no version of the future where she beats Valentina. No, not really. Like, I think she already separated herself from that. You know what I mean? Like, she already separated herself with that comment. And like I said, previous actions. You know, like I said, I just don't take that trainer thing as an excuse. It's like she said, it was just like being in there with Jordan, you know. And I mean, the corner that was there, they could have helped her out, you know, but like she said, she just wanted to keep it a simple corner, you know, just, you know, no loud talk, just let her kind of lead, you know. So it just came down to it where it was like, we know we don't have the proper game plan for this. And my thing is, if your main trainer's not there, it seems like they would already filled you in on what the actual game plan was to execute, you know. Because a lot of fighters I've seen, they watch, you know, coaches, they make you sit down and they watch it together, you know. You used to see videos like that. Fighters sit down together with their coach and say it's film study time, you know. But let me see here. Lauren Murphy. This is what she said. Let's just go ahead and pull out the quotes here. All right. She said she was incredible. It was pretty crazy to be in there with somebody at that level because I've never truly competed with anybody at that level before. I don't remember the fourth round really, so I guess that's pretty good. It's a bummer to lose, and that's the first time I've ever been finished. I think it was a good stoppage. I was pretty out of it by the time the ref pulled her off of me. It's definitely not the outcome we wanted, but to be honest with you, it's pretty cool to be in there with a martial artist of her caliber. That's a pretty cool experience. That must be what it's like to go play one-on-one with Michael Jordan, or that's how guys felt when they were competing with Khabib, because it really was like, this girl is on another level. Well, dang. Well, I mean, that's what we've been talking about. Like, that's what we're always saying, that these other ladies in the division, they got to do something to separate themselves from the other fighters. You know what I mean? Like, Lauren has separated herself barely from the people she's beat. You know, there's always like a 50-50 chance she'll lose with certain fighters. You know, again, like, I think JoJo beat her. Andrea Lee had beat her. You know, they both beat her. Like, she's never really like separated herself. She went on a 5-fight winning streak, but she's never separated herself, right? So when people are being honest about the outcome, and, you know, not in a childish way, but in a serious way where they break it down like, oh, this person doesn't have a chance because they don't know how to make adjustments in a fight on the fly, you know, and they're just telling the truth. You know, just telling the truth. That's why we say, like, if Taylor Santos beats JoJo, she's not necessarily going to be ready. You know, she's not necessarily going to be ready for Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a couple more fights just to get her to be competitive, but it's still not time for a lot of these fighters, because the way Lauren broke it down just lets you know that so many of these other flyweights don't have the same appreciation for MMA the way Valentina does, you know. And that's not like, not everybody's obsessed with it like that, but maybe it's about time they do if they want to get that belt, right? You know, they need to start taking it the same way she does, you know. They don't understand, like, Valentina sacrifices a lot, you know, putting relationships on hold, you know, day in, day out of just brutal training. That's why some of the people that went into the camp with her couldn't hang. You know, Rose got busted up a bit, but she's still in there. So, you know, got to give her credit. She's still hanging in there. Macy, she couldn't hang with it. So they got a little taste of it, and that the fighters that didn't want to train with her, they showed their level by leaving. You know what I mean? Like, those fighters that don't stick it out with her or continue to train and improve the same way she does, that shows you. I'll be just wait till Montana get healthy. Oh boy. Oh man. I don't know, BJ, man. Like, this is just another level here, man. Like, Lauren is just speaking facts right now. I think Lauren speaks for a lot of the flyweights, you know, because she's already telling you that she's on another level. And Lauren trains hard. I give her that. Like, Lauren trains hard. She prepares for a fight. But this was not like your regular fight. You know, this is something totally different. You know, this is a whole nother level, you know, and you can only do so much at the last minute in one training camp. You know what I mean? Like, if you've never like taken it to extreme heights like Valentina has done throughout her whole fight career, then you're pretty much gonna be done. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Amanda Nunes is just pound for pound one of the best. Like, Not everybody's going to get knocked out, but if you can outsmart or outwit or just nullify what Valentina does and vice versa, those are your best fighters, man. Those are your best fighters out of the men and the women. You know what I mean? Like, they rank high up there. So I'm not really like gonna argue with people about who won the Nunes Shevchenko fight 2. You know, with that rematch, I'm not gonna argue with that, but I just think that Nunes shows you like what it takes, and Shevchenko shows you what it takes to get respect from a fighter like Nunes, you know. And I will agree with Cynthia Calvillo. It's like Calvillo said, like, though she was wrong about her own approach to Andrade, she was right about this fight with Lauren. She said Lauren doesn't do anything special. You know, she said Lauren doesn't do anything great or anything special. She's a hard worker. She grinds. You know, she'll fight, but she doesn't have anything to nullify Shevchenko, right? That makes sense. You know, she was right about that. So let's see, what else did she say here? So going into the fight, she had this to say. We got into the fight, and in the first round, one of the very first exchanges, Valentina cracked me with the right hook. Yep, I saw that. We all saw that. I remember thinking, I'm not going to be tough through that. Wow. That's going to hurt me. No, being tough was a bad idea. That was a bad game plan. I couldn't see it coming at me, and that was a big problem. If you get hit by a strike that you see, that's one thing, but for it to come out of nowhere, that's something else. Okay, so basically everything she said was what I know I broke down in my post-fight analysis. Lauren Murphy, she's tough, right? She can exchange with the best of them. You know, when she sees shots coming toe-to-toe, no problem, right? When she's in there with JoJo, Andrea Lee, that's why you saw when Andrea Lee came at her, they exchange it. You know, Lauren Murphy coming out red looking. You know, she looked like a beat. You know what I mean? Red is a beat. She taking hits. Andrea Lee hitting with shots. She's taking them all day. Consecutive. But she's taking them. Why? Because she can see them. The shots you see don't hurt as much. But like they always say, the ones you don't see, those are the ones that do damage, right? So just like I broke down, I said, look, whenever Valentina hits her with like a good 1-2, she's gonna get the respect. Why? Because Valentina's gonna put her all in them shots, and Lauren is not gonna see them coming. And I respect Murphy. I respect her because she's actually saying what we saw in her body language. You know, most people won't admit that. Like Lauren Murphy's actually admitting it. Like, first round, soon as that right hook came over the top and caught her, it was respect because she didn't see it coming. As soon as she got cracked with that right hook in the very first opening minute, she stayed on the outside because it hurt. We already knew it hurt, and we knew that the whole game plan that she had to be tough and be gritty and physical was out the door. You know? And I will say this, Robert Henry, shout out to Robert Henry. I will say I agree with him now that we were saying Lauren and Jennifer Maia. Well, I was saying Lauren and Jennifer Maia were about the same when it came to durability. But no, Jennifer Maia is durable. Like, Jennifer Maia is a lot more durable. Yeah, so I do agree with Robert Henry on that now. I have to say Jennifer Maia is a hell of a lot durable because she took those 1-2s and she took the left hook, straight left, a lot better. And she still tried, you know. When Lauren took them, she was like, boom. No, forget that. I'm staying right here, you know. So, I don't know, man. Like, yeah. Lauren Murphy's just being honest. Like, everything she's saying is no excuses. She's breaking down what it actually felt like. like I could push the training thing out to the side, fine, that's cool. But when it came down to what it felt like in knowing her lane and showing the respect, I give it to Lauren. That's why I say shout out to Lauren, because she went in there, tried, she just didn't have it. Not a lot of people are going to admit that, but yeah, like I said, exactly what we saw, man. Respect. Valentina's 1-2 is hell of a lot more deadly than JoJo and Andrea Lee's combinations. 3-4 punch combinations, kicks, body kicks, jabs, double jabs. You throw that all day, she's fine. But that stuff that she couldn't see that was striking her like a cobra, Lauren was getting hurt. Lauren was getting hurt by them singles, man, and doubles. That's why I say yes. Like, Valentina, that's how you train a fighter, man. You train them about timing, quickness, and strength. Timing, quickness, and strength. All right. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, you could compare it to Jordan because, Jordan, like I said, back in his heyday, when I was coming up, when I was watching him, man, it was like he could not miss a free throw. You know what I mean? He's driving straight down the middle. People didn't think he could hit threes, just like they think Valentina couldn't. People thought Valentina can't stop people. They thought she didn't have no power. I liken that to when people think Jordan couldn't hit threes. And what was that one game where how many threes did he hit one game? So I can't even remember. But yeah, that's what you can liken it to, man. That's like greatness in motion. That poetry in motion. Let me see. Yeah, she said, I felt like I was really prepared for the spinning attacks, her left kick. So that kind of stuff wasn't hurting me, but that right hook hurt me. And it hurt me early, so I got pretty timid. I didn't want to get in there and mix it up. I remember at one point I went to do something with my jab and I extended it. It was either in the second or third, and she kind of moved her head and ducked, looked right at me, and she had this look on her face where she couldn't wait for me to throw it because she had a really good counter for it. So the look on her face was like, yeah, come on, do it. And then I was like, nope, brought the right hook back, never mind. Yeah, I remember that. Like, Lauren went to cock back and throw something. Then she saw Valentina was like, whoop, cock back, and like Lauren went right back in her shell, man. That's crazy. That's crazy how, even your fighters that with heart and are this tough, they just get broken down by somebody that has all the goods, man. So, yeah, people talk about her not having power, but I'm like, that's power, man. That's power, baby. Because with the timing she brings and the strength that she brings, power's in there. Timing and strength in a way equals power. You know what I mean? Like that's how you get respect in the octagon. Not just swinging wild haymakers and home run shots that ain't gonna land. So yeah, good analysis by the opponent in the octagon. You know what I mean? Like Lauren Murphy actually broke that down nicely on what it was like. So respect to her. And like she said, it sucks to lose, but she did try. It was just that she didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, just didn't have it. And you pretty much know whenever you're talking Shevchenko level, man. That's why that's another thing I came up with, just Shevchenko level. It's its own level. Like, it could be a bantamweight, it could be at strawweight, it could be at flyweight. Right now it's at flyweight, but it's her own level. You know what I mean? Like, flyweights are their own, and I'm not going to deny her level. See, that's the level I'm talking about, That's it. The other flyweights, there's elite flyweights, there's the contenders, and so on. But then there's the Shevchenko level, the Shevchenko level is the throne, and it's being protected by Caitlin Chookagian and Andrade right now. You know, Andrade tried to get in there, she couldn't. You know, Caitlin Chookagian, she tried to get in there, she got mauled, and she got mauled before she even got to the door, basically. You know, so it's people are gonna miss Valentina when she's gone. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't even like keep on like BS and like these reporters saying like, when are you gonna retire? Like, how old are you now? Like, you think you about to be done with the game? Like, man, forget that. You know, just let it keep going. Just let it keep riding. Yeah, man. But it's real. It's real. But bringing up Caitlin Chookagian, let's jump to Caitlin Chookagian. Let me see what y'all talking about here real quick first. BJ said it'll be less than 2 years for Montana. Let me go all the way back up here. What y'all talking about? Montana is improving in front of us. She just blocks punches with her face, though. Damn. Daniel Edwards. I mean, you're not lying. She does block with her face. She's improving, but yeah, her defense is not improving. Mark said precisely why prospects shouldn't be rushed. They need to learn the right skills and gain experience. Did you see the Casey O'Neill article on the Barber fight? Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet. I might pull it up now. Let me see. Let me go ahead and pull it up now. Casey O'Neill on Macy Barber. Casey O'Neill on Macy Barber. Yeah, Montana is improving, but still needs work. Valentina beating Lauren doesn't make Valentina more unstoppable in my eyes. Half the girls ranked below 8 can take out Lauren Murphy and a few of the other past title challengers. So what makes her unstoppable, though? Because she is unstoppable right now, BJ. I mean, we got to be honest, man. Like, ain't nobody beating her. So tell me that. You know, that makes her. Because every other flyweight fight is 50-50. I mean, you put Lauren in there with everybody else, it pretty much is 50-50. You know what I mean? Like, that's why she was on a 5-fight winning streak. Because nobody could dominate her. I mean, Andrea Lee and JoJo beat her, but they didn't dominate her. That's why they didn't get the decision. So think about that. Like, even though you want to not count Lauren Murphy, you better count everybody else because everybody else makes her unstoppable. I count Lauren Murphy a little bit more than I do Jessica Eye. If you can't count Lauren Murphy, you can't count Jessica Eye, BJ. You know that. You better count Lauren Murphy because she's on a better win streak than Jessica Eye, and she's got better all-around skills. She just got respected. Like, she just was able to take the punch for 4 rounds. And she was just overly respectful where she didn't catch the baseball bat kick to the head. But you know, BJ, Lauren Murphy counts, man. She just got shut down by the mental and the physical monster that's Valentina. She counts 100%, man. Daniel said Lauren got a one-on-one Michael Jordan. It was a yeah. She wasn't even playing one-on-one. Yeah, she was the basketball. She got dribbled. She got slammed. All right. Valentina hasn't fought anybody close to her level. Makes her look better than she really is. That's what everybody says about Floyd Mayweather. I mean, there's elite level in there. These flyweights are good. Don't get me wrong. These flyweights are good. Valentina is just that good. It's just like when Roy Jones was in his prime. These light heavyweights, they were good. These fighters were good. But Roy Jones was just a freak of nature. All right. So her wins count because of the work she puts into the gym. Like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take away her greatness, man. I'm not playing that game, man. You know, because they have just as good a chance to train as hard as she does and bust their behind just like she does, but they choose not to. The one that goes in there and puts their life on the line in the gym, you know, they go through the harsh training, harsh sparring, they will be rewarded. The ones that train hard in the gym, the fighter will be easy to them. That's why she's above them. But I'm not taking away. Like, I'm not going to call any of them bums or tomato cans, you know? And that's why I say Amanda Nunes is number one. BJ says, so the title challengers she's had so far beat all of the back half of 125. Caitlin Chookagian, she did beat Viviane Araújo, you know, and her style is so cardio based. Who knows how they can handle that? You know what I mean? Like, that's why we just got to see it. Okay. Now I know BJ playing. He said Valentina hasn't fought the best at 125. Okay. Who's the best besides Chookagian and Andrade? You got to talk, BJ. You got to tell me, man. Like, who's the best? Like, the best is in the top 10, okay? You got to talk to me now, man. You losing me, man. Jennifer Maia was one of the best, and she beat him. Do I got to pull this record up, man? Like, you know, I used to have to do this for Floyd Mayweather. You know, a lot of people want to deny, like, the people she's beaten. I mean, she's beat the best at flyweight right now. Like, we're not talking about the prospects. Like, they're promising. They're being developed, and they're still putting themselves in a position to make a big statement. So we can't consider them the best yet. Like, I'm looking at the rankings right now. She beat Andrade. She beat Chookagian. She beat Lauren Murphy. She beat Maia, Jessica Ai. So who else is better than those fighters? Tell me that. Who else is better than those fighters in the division then? That's yet to be seen. That's why I'm saying, like, we have to see all of that, BJ. I mean, you say Manon won't care. I have a good feeling she won't. I have a good feeling that Taylor and Miranda won't, for sure. You know, I think Miranda's very IQ based, but we got to see more before we can call them the best. Like, please tell me who the best is aside from the 6 people she beat. When you put the best against the best, it's never going to look, it's never going to be one-sided. Like, people want to see Valentina go in there and destroy Nunes. That's not going to happen because she's fighting somebody on her level. You know what I mean? People have to understand, like, greatness is built in the gym. That's why when she goes in there, it looks better than everybody else. People want to see her get knocked down and busted up. Come on. Mark Robinson said, I don't think any of those fighters are better than Joanna. Well, Joanna's at 115, so I'll put Joanna on her resume as one of the best flyweights she's faced, though. But I'm not really going to count that as, like, I will say, yes, she is, because she's part of that list she beat, but who else on that list is better, though? Yeah, so that. See, I'm going more off of facts here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to go off of facts, like what I see like in the gym, what I see behind the scenes, like the sacrifice and dedication and the dominance that she possesses, you know, it's making it look easy in y'all's eyes, like, oh, this person ain't nothing. But it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do what she's doing. So I don't know, BJ. I can't. Who's better, man? Like, I do agree with Mark Robinson though, and Joanna. Like, but let's say the people who she hasn't beat. Like, who below? Let's see, who below 6 and 7 is better than the people she's beat? Like, who's better than Joanna? Who's better than Chookagian? Who's better than Andrade? Who's better than Jennifer Maia on her? That's not on her resume. I need to know that. And it's not about who's gonna be. It's not about what if. Ravioli said, y'all think Avila can beat Pennington? She could, but you know, Pennington, man. When you count Pennington out, that's when she wins, man. Like, when you count her out, that's when she wins. Pennington's very strong in the clinch. She's got a good clinch. She knows how to nullify striking and pressure if you don't have footwork. You know, so Pennington, that's a tough fight. I don't know, man. I would like to see what Avila look when she get it to the ground, though. Now, the prospects, they definitely do have promising. You know what I mean? Like, they're goal oriented. You know what I mean? Like, they're more so goal oriented. That's what I like about them. Like, in the fact that they want to be more well rounded. You know, so that will be an issue when they get there. But for right now, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, for right now, it needs to be tested against each level. You know, Andrea Lee, Viviana Araujo, Jennifer Maia, Chookagian, Andrade, and so on. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely looks like they're advancing. Like, they're showing more, but we need to see that more tested. Big 2B says, somebody answer this. For those not impressed with the level of fighters Val beat, name another flyweight that could replicate Val's resume, including her bantamweight resume. Please, that's all I'm asking. Somebody answer that. That's all I'm saying, 2B's. Like, if you're not impressed with the level of fighters that she's beating, who else is going to do that? If the fighters she's beating are not on a level, why has nobody else dominated? Lauren Murphy scathed by with close decisions in her 5-fight winning streak. Why has she not dominated anybody? She lost to Caitlin Chookagian. Barely beat Andrea Lee and JoJo. Come on. She is as good as we say she is. She is as good as we say she is. It's the fact that the work is in the gym. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. The work is being put in the gym, so when she comes to the fight, it's easy. No cram sessions with her. You know, everybody's trying to cram at the last minute, or everybody is trying not to perfect their weaknesses. That's why they fail. They got the same opportunities. They're just not focused like she is. So her greatness shows in the mental game and the pressure and the dominance that she puts on, and her want. Her want level is the highest in the division, okay? Everybody, you know, we got fighters with kill switches, you know. All right, BJ, Montana got a kill switch, right? But Valentina's got a murder, kill switch, okay? Murder, murder, kill, kill. That's her switch. She's cold-blooded, man. Like, look at her face. Like, I'm not hyping her up. When I see her, she's expressionless. Like, it's about her. You know what I mean? Only one person's coming out of there standing the winner. Believe me now, look, I'm all for the triple threat for sure. But that's why I'm calling them a triple threat, because they got potential, but they don't have it yet because they haven't been paired up with the right fights yet. But they're looking better. They're to me, they're off the eye test. They are, but it's got to be shown. Andy M, what's going on? Andy M said, before UFC created the women's flyweight division, Maya was the Invicta champion, was the number one flyweight for a number of years. Exactly. I brought that up in my other video. Andy M brought up a good point. See, Jennifer Maya is legit. Jennifer Maya was a former champion. BJ said Valentina is definitely good, but so are a lot of other flyweights. What's your definition of good, BJ? Tell me that. I gotta know, man, because you say she's good, but so are a lot of the other flyweights. You gotta separate her. You have to separate her, BJ. You gotta give her credit, man. You gotta separate her. Tell me, man. Like, I know. Look, I see promise in Manon. I want to see her fight her one day. But let's be real, man. Like, tell me, like, who are these other good flyweights? You gotta separate her. Like, she's not good. She's great. Let's just say that. She's great. Valentina is great. These other flyweights are good. That's why I can't say she's good, but so are these other flyweights. We got to separate them. I'm not going to lie to Montana. I'm not going to lie to some of these girls. Y'all got work to do. Exactly, Ulysses. She's got the poker face. You know what I mean? It's do or die. That's all it is with her. You know, Valentina is in kill mode every minute, every second, every round. She was in kill mode against Amanda Nunes, but the thing is, Amanda's can kill mode too, so she had to respect that. Yeah, Val's great. She's not good. She's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's separated herself. Let somebody else go on a dominant streak, like Two Beasts mentioned. Who else in the division has gone on a dominant win streak? Answer that. Answer that for me. Anybody. BJ, answer that too. Who do you think, who has gone on a dominant streak like Valentina right now? That'll tell us who's really good then. Like, right, like who's keeping up with her? Jessica was also the number one flyweight when she entered the UFC at 135. Okay. Marcus Bell said the flyweights are in the back, have tests they need to pass. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, my prospects, they need to be tested. Taylor Santos, she's already passed quite a few. You know what I mean? Like, Taylor's the highest one out of them because she's the highest ranked. But you know, these other prospects, they need to be tested. That's all I'm saying. Because if everybody was on the same level, everybody would have a belt. I'm just saying. There would be no need to have a ranking system because everybody would have a belt. And look, I'm the last person to overhype somebody. I mean, when I see the work put in and I see the dedication, then look, you get it all, man. You get it all. You get all the respect. Because you doing it the way you're supposed to do it and you ain't taking no BS. That's what I'm saying. All these other girls at the bottom, look, everybody from my triple threat Manon to Montana to Alexa Grasso to Andrea Lee. Y'all got to do something big. You know what I mean? Y'all got to do something big to make me say y'all are ready. You know, y'all got to go on the same dominant streak she's on. Y'all got to devote y'all's time to the sport. Manon, to me, is the closest one that shows dedication like Valentina. That's why I'm about ready to see her climb these rankings step by step, like she said, because Valentina is the one she's going for. Manon, to me, has a similar work ethic from what I've seen. To me, she's showing that sacrifice in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, she's 31, 32. She's at that point where I'm not playing. You know, everybody else is in relationships doing their thing, but Manon, maybe she is, maybe she isn't, maybe she just knows how to balance it. But Manon's game is, I ain't got time for this. You know, I want to win. And that's all I'm saying. And Manon, she will look unstoppable when you see the work ethic put in the same way. When you see the results shown. Steel Wolf said nobody. Exactly. Nobody. Nothing else to say about Valentina. We all know she is the best. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ulysses said, even in the walkout, she's in kill mode. You can really see that nobody is beating her. Right. Yeah. And nobody else possesses that right now. That's my point. Nobody else, except on the lower level, like I said, in body language and work ethic, Manon is the only one that's really, really, really looking like a killer. Like, I want to mess with her. Like, when she's coming, she's got the face like I'm ready to spank that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know there's a separation from him, but she's showing that on her level. All right, but okay, y'all. Check Caitlin Chookagian, man. Let's look at Caitlin Chookagian here. I mentioned this to BJ earlier. Let's see. So Caitlin Chookagian took to her Instagram, and I'm sure this is what she wants. You know, she wants, you know, people who talk about WMMA to bring this up to get her a fight, right? That's why she tagged and asked everybody. So Blonde Fighter said this, aka Caitlin Chookagian. She said, "Look, I've been begging for another fight and can't seem to get one. Who do you want to see me fight next? Any girls want to dance? UFC Dana White, Mick Maynard." And yeah, she put that out there. She's saying she can't get a fight. And let's see. Yeah, I'm just double checking, see if there's anything else he said. Yeah, so her situation is right now she can't get a fight. You know, she's been begging for one, and she says she can't get one. I know everybody at the top is pretty much taken, aside from Andrade right now. But, you know, there is Jennifer Maya. And, oh, yeah, Jessica I is actually taken, too, you know, Andrea Lee. But my thing was... My thing was the fact that these fighters, they know when the chips are down that they do have to ask the fans to kind of help back them up. You know, the fans do have to push for them and back them up, because her thing is, look, she's going to take the IG, tell her fans that she can't get a fight, and then ask the fans who they want to see her fight, and then tag the matchmakers, tag the UFC, tag Dana White, and tag Mick Maynard, you know. So in a way, you know, like I said, the fans do a big part for these fighters, man. Like, that's what their whole Instagram is for. You know, it's a way to get straight to the source, you know what I mean? Like, you get straight to the source, and boom. You know, no middleman. you interact with the fans. The fans, you know, they comment back, they reply, and then the UFC sees this, and then they say, okay, let's take a poll, and let's see who got the most votes, and we'll try to get that fighter for her. So that's her whole plan right here, because he knows, look, she needs somebody. Somebody said, why don't she fight Jake Paul? They're crazy. Yeah, somebody in here too. Steel Wolf said Cynthia Calvillo. Yeah, somebody said that. Yeah, I commented Jennifer Maya on her Instagram. Like, Jennifer Maya, as y'all know, she dropped a decision to kick the Chookagian a while back. So, it's a few options for her. Now, Steel Wolf said Cynthia Calvillo. Daniel Edwards said Chookagian is the new Liz Carmouche, the contender killer. Yeah, she's in that position, man. He says she's out of the UFC in a year. It's possible. She wants to have a family pretty soon. Mark Robertson said at the moment, I think Chookagian beats everyone else in the division. Perhaps even Andrade if they fight again. She just has the size, range, movement, and point fighting style. I mean, you can argue that. I can definitely say that because Caitlyn was off to a good start. Like back in 2018, 2017. I had my eyes on her back then, you know, but momentum was kind of lost when she started losing the fighters. I was like, what's going on? Like, I thought she won that, in my opinion, but she could have been more dominant. Let's see. So, looking down here the list, Caitlyn could run it back with Andrade. Somebody threw that option out there, and she said that, sure, you know, Jessica Andrade's always down, so the Andrade fight is there. She's open to Andrade. She replied to that. Lauren Murphy will probably be out for a while, so they've already fought before. Jennifer Maya's a rematch. Calvillo's a rematch. Vivian Araujo's a rematch. Jessica I would be a rematch. Taylor Santos and JoJo are fighting, so I don't know, man. Like, she don't really have anybody to fight. Like, you can beg for a fight, but everybody's already taken. Everything's just a rematch, and the only rematches open are Maya and Andrade right now. And shoot, they might fight. They might run it back. Yeah, everybody's taken. Even the lower you go, everybody's taken. Grasso could be open. Like, when Grasso recovers, Grasso might be the fight she gets when Grasso comes back. B just said Alima Lay McFarland just signed to the UFC. Alima Lay McFarland just signed to the UFC. Let's see. Let me see the information on that. Where is it? Where you see that? You see that on IG? Maybe she put that on IG. Hold on. Alima Lay McFarland just signed to the UFC, y'all. Oh, he over here BSing. I didn't think she was signed. I was like, she still got a contract over there. BG over here wishing that she did, so she become another body on the Bullets resume. Yeah, you don't want to see her do that. She might wind up a body on the Bullets resume, man. Mark says Cindy carried in 135, only 25 fighters in that division, so it needs help. Yeah, I mean, she could bring some life to it. I mean, throw her in the mix. 135. BJ wants to see Alima Lay McFarland get handled, huh? She might get handled by Andrade. She'll get handled by Andrade before she even get to Valentina. She might get handled by Taylor Santos. So you don't want to see that. You do not want to see that happen, okay? Andy M said Valentina took her first fight against Kaufman on 8-day notice. Yep. Val was on vacation when she got the call. Val had no fight camp before a fight. Kaufman, a former strike force bantamweight champion. Another good point. Yeah. That's how ready she is. You know what I mean? That's a good point. You know, no fight camp. Coming straight off of vacation to fight. So, just like even with her suspension just a while ago, they tried to put Valentina on a suspension. She was ready to go. You know, Valentina was on it's supposed to be like a 4-month suspension, but nah, she came back in September. She came back before Rose did to fight Lauren Murphy, you know? So, Val's always ready, man. She always ready. The more she rack up these defenses, I'm going to just keep on telling y'all, man, like, somebody better step up their game. BJ said Andrade won't beat Alima Lay McFarland. I don't know, man. I don't know if she can stand up to that power. Yeah. That's a eulogy for another video, you mean? Eulogy for another video. Ravioli said, what Alima Lay gonna do in the UFC? Get beat by Chookagian? Yeah, Joanna become champion again. That's fake news. That'd be fake news too. But no, that's a good point, man. Yeah, right from the jump, all the way back to when she first got into the UFC. You know, when she just left what was LFA, right? Always ready, man. She took that opportunity and she ran with it, man. And I mean, she didn't just take the opportunity. She said, I'm gonna take this thing and keep it. You know what I mean? Like, she seriously is on it. Like, she's never broken that stride. You know, jumping through from kickboxing and so on. And yeah, that was back in what? About 6 years ago, going on 6 years ago now, when she beat Sarah Kaufman, and performance was so solid, you know, it put her in there for Nunes, you know. So it's obvious, man. It's obvious. Yeah, she's an active champion, Ulysses. So Katlyn Chookagian, I think she's on to a I think she might be out the door soon, you know. I think by choice, you know. I think when it comes down to her family, she wants to have a baby soon, and she's looking for a fight now because, you know, she's trying to get that bread, you know, and I understand that. But unfortunately, there's really nobody for her to fight. There's really nobody for her to fight right now except Andrade or Maya. And when Grasso recovers, we might see them put Katlyn Chookagian in there to fight her. And I would like to see that fight. I would. But yeah, they know though. Like I said, they reach out to the fans. They say, "Hey man, like, I can't get a fight. Somebody help me. Tell me who do you want to see me fight?" So they have the fans respond, and then they let Dana White and the matchmakers see that people want to see her, and boom, you know. So we do a big part, you know, fans. We do a big part for my BJ. You see, we do a big part for these fighters, right? We do a big part for them. You know, they want to reach out now on their IGs and ask us, who do you think we should fight? Who do you think we should fight? Yeah, personally, I would like to see her wait for what's her name? Grasso, yeah. To be said, Casey O'Neill. That would be a major jump for Casey O'Neill. I would have to go with Katlyn Chookagian in that fight. Caitlyn gonna put hands on her. Robot Chicken said, "Let's go, Zhang gang, Zhang gang." If Caitlyn really that desperate, yeah. So let's talk about Zhang Weili a little bit here. How Robot Chicken said Caitlyn should hang it up. Dang. So Zhang Weili, she's been making some I won't say drastic changes, but she definitely made some obvious changes in her camp. And I don't think that a lot of people are really seeing they're not really seeing the work that she's put in. They're still distracted. They're still distracted by how the last fight went. And to me, I'm kind of past that now. I'm really, since this fight is happening, I'm just ready to see a good fight. I'm just ready to see Zhang Weili come in here and this time around just come in mentally strong and don't worry about anybody except the person standing in front of her, which is Rose Namajunas. I can't really say that she's making the right improvements because the first fight was so short. Like, the one improvement I could just say was the defense and to close the distance early. But other than that, it's like I can't say like some of the previous tools she didn't have wouldn't work, or the previous tools she did have wouldn't work in this fight. So her strength and her wrestling, I know she's linked up with Henry Cejudo now to help her out with her wrestling. I can't say that her wrestling before wouldn't have been effective. It was the fact that she just never got on the inside. And I think about it too, man. Like the way Mackenzie Dern got hit with that big shot. The way Zhang Weili got hit with that big shot, man, Mackenzie, she probably would have got lit up the same way. Really, really. Yeah, Mackenzie Dern probably would have got knocked out the same way with that kick because maybe she might last a little longer because she got a good chin, but I don't know. Nah, she probably got knocked out the same way because she was trying to strike with a striker. So, yeah, that was just something that popped in my mind. Yeah, Dern would have got stopped the same way, I think. Especially after what Marina did to her, like I told y'all she would do. Yeah, Zhang Weili, I think she is in a better place. Some people disagree. They think that she's mentally broken, but we're not gonna keep talking about the past, man. Like, we gotta move forward, man. Zhang Weili looks strong. She's always looked strong. I like the work that she's been, doing as far as her conditioning. She's been working on her left hook. Just adding a little bit more to her. I think her pressure, like maybe to get an early start on Rose. I know Rose says she's got like 10 ways to stop Zhang Weili. So, the talk is big right now. Let me see. Let me pull that up too. Like, Rose Namajunas, what did she say? She said something about having 10 ways to stop her. I was like, dang. Yeah, Namajunas says 1 of 10 ways she could finish Zhang Weili. Wow. But, there's many ways to stop Rose. You can break the body down. You can slam her. She can be finished from the bottom. If you get top position, Rose can be finished. So it's not really, something like we can just take those words and run with it. V. Kendra said, I think Weili is rusty. You think she's rusty? Well, how's she going to maul Rose if she's rusty? You just said she's going to maul her. Now you said she's rusty. Andrade showed that you can strike at a distance against Rose. Yeah, if you got a good chin. And she showed you can lose a close decision if you choose to strike at a distance. Come on now, Andrade didn't show you can strike at a distance. I mean, if you want to lose a fight, you gonna stay on the outside, get picked apart. You got to be on the inside. You got to fight her at a mid-range. You got to break her body down and get on the inside. How did Andrade win the first fight? Slam, right? Inside. Why did she lose the second fight? Because she chose to strike from the outside. Oh, you said Weili was rusty in the first fight or the second fight? Or you think she's rusty now? Brian Williams said he got a dip. All right. I had a dip. Okay. Oh, wow. Dana's training her, man. You better bet she gonna lose. Yeah, I think Weili, I think the main focus for her, I don't really even think like the main focus for her is to make so many crazy changes, like technically and physically, man. Like, I think it's just a mental thing, man. Like, I think it's just ignore the BS, get rid of get rid of any outside influences, that tell you about certain things, just move on from that. Go, just focus on you and what could work. What's gonna work for you? Yeah, that's a confidence builder. First round knockout is a confidence builder, Ravioli. It definitely is. You have that edge, and that person's always going to be thinking about it. You could be a little gun shy. So I think that Weili has to break that ice, break that ice that's surrounding her right now, make sure all of that's out the door. Keep her eyes on the prize in this fight. Don't think of it as every little thing Rose does is gonna break you, So Rose said, I'm highly confident in this fight, knowing what's ahead of me. I have a big task ahead of me, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's working in my favor. I think sometimes I take that and I spin it the other way around, and I go, all right, so I got to make sure that I'm really on top of my game, because it's easy to be sleepy. As long as I'm doing my best, I am the best. She said, well, it worked. The head kick worked. We can always test that out again. I'm always going to be throwing those kicks now. That's my original martial arts. That's what I started in, is Taekwondo. I'll definitely be doing that and a lot more. That was just kind of one of 10 ways that I see myself finishing her. Damn. So she has, so for Zhang Weili's got to be aware, like, if she's going to be on the outside, she got to be on her game to catch legs, catch kicks, or straight up go for single legs, and can't be on the outside. Got to be on the inside. Gotta kick. She's got to kick to the body and push her way in. Rose is slippery when it gets to the ground, though, so she has to be careful of her jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight, though, man. I think it's going to be good. It's definitely going to go longer than the first. Oh boy, TJ, man, we can't listen to anything TJ say when it comes down to. we can't listen to anything TJ say when it comes down to Zhang Weili. It's going to be good, though, man. I still think that Zhang Weili possesses more than enough to beat Rose. But, Rose got that mental edge right now. Rose has the mental edge. Zhang Weili has more than enough tools. I got to go back and just kind of look at what their training is. It looks like, before I do a breakdown on this one. Yeah, I definitely want to look into the training side of both fighters. Daniel ever said Weili like she was getting taken out by a nightclub bouncer after that kick. Man. Kendra said Weili is now in the USA. Yeah, she's been here since, when did she come here? She come last month? She's been here since September, right, or August? But she's been in Arizona. Yeah, she's been in Arizona for a while now. But yeah, still, going to be talking about this fight as we get closer. I'm just focused on what Manon's going to do tomorrow. Robot Chicken said, Rose sounds like she's underestimating Zhang Weili, and I like it. Rose will get thrown off guard. Yeah, I do think Tisha Torres beat her TJ both times. Yeah, I think Tisha beat Rose both times. I think Andrade did. No, I think Rose did win that rematch though. Rose did beat Andrade though that second fight. It was close, but I had Rose winning. But Tisha did beat her. Yeah, two beasts. I want to see that fight too, man. Like, I want to see Carla and Rose fight. I really want to see that rematch. Like, that would be like the main reason. Yeah, I would want to see. I want to see that that long 7 year, pass by, and now it's time for them to fight again. I want to see what type of changes they made, what type of style clash is going to be. Yo, Stamina said his notifications were not being fair. Yeah, I don't know, man. Notifications don't be going out like that. That's why I say y'all gotta hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs up, the videos come up more. Like when people don't hit the like, then you won't know when I come on because they'll push them back. So hit the like button. Goes to people out there. Yeah, when you hit the like, it will make the videos seem more. Like if I go live, your notifications will go out. So if you do that for me, you will know, and I will appreciate it. Yeah, Rose is not a very active champion. I know people get mad when I say Rose is not a complete fighter too. Like, people get mad when I say Rose is not a complete fighter. They want to argue with me on that until I tell them what a complete fighter is. Like, I say Rose is good. Rose is good, but I just think there's certain things she lacks, man. Like, she don't stay on that, like, active tip to just always... It always looks like she has to dig really, 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 really deep to perform. Whereas Valentina just goes in there. It's another day for her. You know what I mean? Like, Valentina's got to the point where it's just like, this is my cage. This is my world. Oh wow, I didn't know this about John Jones. John Jones had dealt with child abuse, other trauma as demons to overcome. Wow, man. I knew something was up with John Jones. Like, some of the things he get into, he's been dealing with a lot, man. He's had to deal with child molestation too. Jeez. Let's put this article up here, man. Wow. That's crazy. That's another story that I'm about to look at. I just want to read that later. Ulysses says some people say she's the GOAT of the strawweight division. I don't really think there is a GOAT in the strawweight division. As good as it is, there's not really like just one great. Joanna's she's the pioneer, but I still need to see like somebody else just like take it over. Yeah, because like I said, like, Rose, she'll rise to the occasion, but it seems like it really, 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 really takes a lot for her to get in there and perform to high levels, you know? Like, we already know when Valentina gets there, she's going to do it. Andy M said Rose. Yeah, Trevor Whitman is considered one of the best huge advantage. Yeah, he is for sure. I mean, look what he's done for Kamaru Usman striking. You know, he's got Kamaru Usman looking like a boxer in there sometimes. You know, definitely. But when I compare like complete fighters, like I said, I just think that Valentina shows everything, every aspect of it. You know, even the stuff that we don't just see in the octagon. There's a lot of great things that she does. B. Kendra says, so that mean Rose hasn't worked on her ground. Yeah, she's been working on her ground. Her ground is good. V. Kendra said Usman gets hit. Yeah, and so do the fighters he fight. They also get hit and they get knocked out. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, Mark, I seen that. I know you brought that up earlier. I seen that. Manon versus Lino. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I saw that. When I saw that, I was like, hell yeah. I don't know. I got smiled whenever she when she headbutted that girl. Yeah, I seen that, man. Like, I ain't all for them type of antics, but you know, since I'm a fan, when I seen that, I was like, dang. I was like, this girl is mean. Yeah, Manon ain't playing, man. 2B said, you think Amanda Lemos is on her way to becoming a strawweight GOAT? She got potential. She definitely got potential. I mean, she's putting in the work. And, you know, she look like a young Nunez in there when she's working, you know. So it's possible, like, she could take over. I can't wait to see her and Marina fight, though. That's going to be good, man. I think her and Marina going to fight like another year or two or something. Well, I know she got to get past Nina Azaroff first. When she get past Nina Azaroff, you know, she's gonna be one of those ones to look out for. Yes, sir. I know you didn't just say that. I'm not even gonna answer that. When you say somebody that's 34 is too old for MMA, I'm not even going to answer that, man. I am not even going to say that's... I've already explained that before. Somebody that's 34 is too old. Okay. Yeah, but Amanda Lemos has got the goods, man. She's got the goods. So I think she's got that potential to be there, man. She definitely got it. She got some good names on her resume, too. Lupita, yeah, I think Lupita could be good in the strawweight division. Age doesn't matter. Depends on how many punches you take. It's like fight years. Like, fight years matter. Your age doesn't really matter. what type of damage you've taken, what type of hell your body's been through. Yeah, of course, weight cuts do some damage, but age doesn't really matter. I mean, Father Time matters. Age does not fight. Age matters. You know why I say that? Because you have some fighters that are 25, got beat downs, and their body and their brain is like a 50-year-old. And then you got some fighters that are like 31, 32, haven't taken much punishment, but you know what their brain is like? Like a 27, 25-year-old, 22-year-old. But most of all, it's still like a 31, 32-year-old. Yeah, I just said that, Marcus Bell. Age don't matter, man. It's Father Time. You see, I'm not a Usman fan, but I'm not a fan of Usman, but I respect him as a fighter. Yeah, I like him. I mean, yeah, I like his fighting style. Yeah. I don't care how old a person is, man. Shoot, Manone's 31, 32, and she's going to fight her way up, and she's going to show y'all that age don't matter. That's the mature age. It's not old. Yes, you're not in that knucklehead stage no more. Y'all little 20-somethings be out here thinking y'all invincible. Luana Pinheiro could be a threat. I like what I see in Ganitas better. Luana Pinheiro, she could be. She could be. But I like what I see in Lupita at 115 better. I'm going with Luana Carolina because this is 125, but you never know. Like I said, Lupita is strong. She's very, very strong. Okay, so yeah, but no, man, I want to see how she looks like tomorrow. As far as the weigh-ins, man, she should be. I know BJ brought that up. That's probably the one thing I'm just kind of a little concerned about because she is a big flyweight. Her making weight shouldn't be an issue. But just hearing her talk more, she's very, very. She's focused on the goal, man. She's ready to go. I think Manon will. I'm gonna still go with like second round finish for Manon over Mayra Silva. Yeah, 2BCL. I need to see a little more from her. All right, man. So that's about all I wanted to talk about tonight, man. I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. Valentina takes almost no damage. She could fight for a long time. Yeah. Pinheiro lost me with that BS she pulled with Randa. She did, man. Like, that wasn't. I don't know. That just seemed a little off to me that night. I was like, that's one reason why I'm kind of taking it away. I need to see her kind of erase that from my mind. Usman has been tested 13 times. Yeah, Usman get tested, man. That's why I ain't entertaining that. Ulysses Valentina says she gonna fight until 50, and I believe her. She could, man. So I think tomorrow, Manon, she's gonna win this fight. Let's see how rough it gets in there, but I think she can do it in 2. What else? Who else is on this card? I'm going with Dumont. All right, last minute picks, y'all. Let's see. I'm not picking in the strawweight fight, that first strawweight fight. I'm not sure who's gonna win that fight, but I'm going with. Let's see. I think I'll go with Luana. I'm gonna go with Norma and Manon. Yeah, these are my picks. The Carnelossi fight and the Nunes fight, I'm not too sure on, but I'm gonna go with these. So who do y'all got tomorrow when it comes down to the WMMA? Let me know, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Aspen Ladd said it wasn't like a gift to her, man, to get the main event. I mean, I'm okay. I was all right. Cachoeira don't fight. Mark, Cachoeira doesn't fight yet. You mean Carnelossi? Carnelossi and Nunes are fighting. When Cachoeira fights December, right? UFC 268. When did they fight? Alright, so yeah. Alright, so Marcy got Lupi, Manon, Norma, and I'm guessing he means Carnelossi. Bluebird said he's got Dumont, Manon, and Lupi. Two Beasts got Lupi, Ladd, and Silva. BJ's got Dumont. He's torn on Silva and Manon. Come on, BJ. You just letting that interview. BJ's just letting that interview affect his pick. That's why he's trying to go with Silva. TJ said, I got a feeling Lupi gets whooped. B. Kendra says she's got Ladd, Manon, but she's betting on Silva. She's got Carolina and Carnelossi. Ulysses got Lupi, Manon, and Norma. V. Kendra said Lupi ain't winning. Shout out to Lupi. I like her, man. I just don't know about this weight, man. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know about this tall, long flyweight fight. It's dangerous. I mean, not dangerous, but because of, Luana Carolina doesn't hit hard, but it's just a style match. I don't know, man. If Lupi proves me wrong, fine, man, because I like her. I like her at strawweight, though. I like what she does at 115. That's the only reason why I'm picking against her. Because Carolina got a lot of movement, too, man. She's so all over the place, so. Marcus has Lupi, Manon, Dumont, and Nunes. Okay. Ulysses has Nunes. V. Kendra, she's got a close fight with Pena. I thought she beat Pena, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, BJ just picking Silva because he simped out. TJ Carnelossi, boy, if she put them guns on you, man, that girl is a beast. She won that fight to me. Like, I thought Lupi won that fight. Like, that's not going to tell me what happens this fight, but I think Lupi beat Jessica Benet. Carolina does a lot of running. Might be picky. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she moves, man. She moves. So it might be a problem for Loopy. Loopy's got good boxing, good striking, but can she get on the inside of the tall fighter? That's my point. I don't know. Luana's about the best flyweight could hope to fight. Dang, man. Why you said she whack, man? Come on. Luana ain't whack. Come on, man. Like, at least she didn't get knocked out by Priscilla Cachoeira. You know, like some of these girls going there get beat down by her. I bet you Luana Carolina beat Sabina Mazo though. Silva needs to get her girlfriend's career back on track. Yeah, DePaula, right? DePaula was on a 2-fight losing streak. Dang. Man. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my picks. I really don't have a pick for Carnelossi Nunes. I'm not sure. Manon. Got Luana Carolina. And I'm going with Norma Dumont. Yeah, I think Norma Dumont's going to win. Yeah, I'm curious as to see what I want to see what Aspen Ladd looks like at 145. Have they had the weigh-ins already, man? Or is that to? Wait a minute, hold on. Like the actual weigh-in. Oh yeah, tomorrow morning. No, wait. Yeah, I'm curious as to see what Aspen Ladd looks like at 145, and I want to see if Manon looks good. You know, like she ain't drained. You know, I want to see. Yeah, Bluebird. Yeah, I don't see her ever being champion, but yeah, she's not like a pushover. Jessica Panay, how old is she now anyway? Yeah, Jessica Panay like 38. Marcus Bell said if Norman doesn't win, we will all be asleep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here too, Mark. Good chatting. Good chat. Yeah, so like always, make sure y'all subscribe and just leave comments in the comment section if you missed out on the live stream. If you didn't get a chance to tune in, just listen, leave your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, who y'all got? What y'all think of Lauren Murphy? Who y'all got for Caitlin Chookagian to fight? And I will catch y'all after fight night for sure. You know, we'll talk later. So yeah, y'all, I'm getting up out of here. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Subscribe. Peace.